Mr. Azam Khan, you are director of Hyderabad Zakat and Charitable Trust. I am Mumtaz Falahi, New Delhi correspondent to Circus.net. Would you like to tell us about your trust and what is its activities there in Hyderabad in Andhra Pradesh?
Thank you, Mr. Mumtaz. First and foremost, let me correct you. I am not a director. I am associated with Zakat Trust. Zakat Trust was set up post Babri Masjid demolition in 1993 when we realized that the Muslims needed to be educated. That was our biggest shortcoming and our fallacy. We started collecting zakat from various people. Initially amongst a group of friends, and then subsequently it expanded, and we have set up an organization in Hyderabad, as you have mentioned, HZCT, and through it the disbursement of zakat is done in a very systematic manner. Initially it was done in and around Hyderabad, but subsequently, alhamdulillah, over the years we have expanded to cover all the districts of Andhra Pradesh and all the talukas and the mandals. Now the operation is very simple, wherein we have a form which is to be filled up by every student at the central district level, and it is investigated whether the student has given an authentic version of his economic background. Once that is certified, then funds are dispersed to cover the student's education, his or her book needs, and if necessary the bus charges or transportation charges wherever necessary. Alhamdulillah, over the years now our collection has expanded, and now inshallah this year we should be covering, we are hopeful of getting 13 crores as collection.
Apart from your services in education sector, you are working for Muslim students, providing scholarships and tuition fees also. What are other major services you are providing through the Zakat funds?
Through the Zakat funds, we also provide employment opportunities. We provide training for various faculties. We arrange for the students to be recruited to major BPOs and other industries, and in fact that's an ongoing process. And again, I must say here that our students have performed tremendously credibly and have their employment rating has gone up over the years, so that now in case 100 students are interviewed by certain BPOs or agencies, then we are hopeful of getting at least 90% of them recruited through these agencies.
It is said that in India there is no organized system for collection of zakat and their investment. In that context, your zakat trust is doing a very good job. What do you think? What could be a good and better mechanism for collection of zakat throughout the country?
Well, this is of course all by God's grace that it has come to such a level. The most important is, one, transparency of your working. Second, putting in checks and balances so that the funds cannot and should not be misused. Once that gets into your mind and your heart, then the other systems fall in place. There is no town or village in this country where you will not find people dedicated towards the cause of education, and they themselves come forward in seeing to it that the funds go to the right and the deserving student. Now, if anyone wants to visit us in Hyderabad and wants to have an idea of how the whole process works, then I would request them, I would welcome them with open hands to please come in Hyderabad. And maybe if you can replicate this, well and good. If in case you can point out certain shortcomings to us, we are ready to be corrected, and in case those can be implemented in your state or town, please do so.
Mr. Azam Khan, it is said that the 15 crore Muslim population in India is very backward in all aspects of life, educationally, economically and socially. And it is also said that if waqf properties and zakat are managed properly, a lot of problems of Muslim community can be solved. What do you think about it?
Well, waqf, I would not like to get into that. That's a political point. But yes, zakat definitely. Once people realize that education is the most needed part of a Muslim's development, and if zakat can be centrally collected and diverted towards educational needs, then you can be very sure that the community is going to move ahead in leaps and bounds.
How do you think Zakat fund, either from your trust or any other, there are several organizations in the country who are collecting Zakat funds and also investing or spending on some issues. How do you think that Zakat funds can be used for alleviation of poverty of Muslim community in India?
See, the basic foundation for, or rather the main cause for poverty amongst the Muslims is education or lack of education. In case we can address that directly and indirectly, then that is itself the biggest spur that the Muslim community will need. And the evidence is again available in Hyderabad. In this past 13 years, almost 1,20,000 students have passed out from through our trust and have taken up jobs. A very I would say a very modest calculation of their earnings and contribution towards the Indian economy would show that they are contributing almost 400 crores annually towards that. If this cannot be a right pointer to what can be done with education, then I don't know what else can be. And especially India is now going through a phase of development, and the next 2 decades are going to determine where India is going to be in the world sphere. And if the Muslims cannot avail of this opportunity, then I dread the day when we will have to wait another 100 years for us to come up again.
Thank you very much, Mr. Azam Khan.